The prospect of Ukraine becoming the 33rd member of NATO remains uncertain, but a new plan from President Biden could see a united Ireland join the alliance in near future. This bold move has the potential to leave the UK reeling with frustration and fury. Hi and welcome to the Global Game with me, Vedika Singh. Let's begin with a video report.
To get a first payment on the next generation.
Hello and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical. April marked the momentous occasion for the United States and Ireland. President Joe Biden declared that Ireland is not just a part of his family history, but a part of his very soul, as he concluded his visit that garnered the kind of adoration that often eludes him back home. Amidst the backdrop of St. Muiredaig's Cathedral, crafted with bricks from Biden's great-great-great-grandfather, a crowd of roughly 27,000 gathered to witness the spectacle. The president drew a crowd that was more than double the size of the town's population, with some traveling for hours and braving the elements to catch a glimpse of the Joe show. Speaking to the masses, Biden spoke of "We Irish" and connected with the audience through a shared sense of history and family lore. It's no surprise that he repeatedly expressed reluctance to depart from the Emerald Isle, for Ireland holds a deep significance to the United States. This bond is perhaps why Biden sang praises of the Good Friday Agreement, which remains a high priority for his administration. With Brexit looming large and raising concerns about its impact on the agreement, Biden's visit reaffirmed the United States' commitment to maintaining peace in Northern Ireland. Is it really so? It seems unlikely. There's a saying that an elephant has different teeth for showing and eating, which aptly describes the United States' approach to diplomacy. The US often says one thing but does another. Biden has a different plan for Ireland, and hold your horses. This plan is amusing and scary, both at the same time. According to the letters of Sir Gay Mitchell, the former mayor of Dublin, NATO membership and Ireland's unification are inevitable. Gay Mitchell asserts that Irish unification would inevitably lead to full NATO membership. Citing a speech at University College Galway in 1982, he stated that our participation in any military alliance which proposes to use weapons of mass destruction would involve us in the pursuit of policies which are both immoral and illegal under international law. If one remembers former Taoiseach Dala of Ireland, Cian MacBride was against NATO. His opposition to NATO went beyond the issue of partition and reflected his belief that NATO actually increased Ireland's security risks. He argued that the Irish people did not want their country to become a nuclear target by joining a military alliance with any of the nuclear powers. However, in recent times, things have taken a drastic turn and made united Ireland a possibility. A new survey of public opinion, conducted in the wake of Brexit, has found that more people in Northern Ireland expect to join a united Ireland than to remain a part of the UK. This is the first time that the annual Life and Times survey has shown a plurality of public expectations, leaning towards Irish unity and away from continued political union with Britain. The shift in public opinion has been specially pronounced since post-Brexit trade rules were implemented 2 years ago. The UK-EU treaty left Northern Ireland subject to EU rules for goods, ensuring that cross-border trade could continue uninterrupted with the Republic of Ireland an EU member. Unionists are seething with anger at this development. It seems like the winds of change are blowing strongly, and only time will tell where they will ultimately lead us. It's quite remarkable that President Biden's recent visit to Ireland coincided with discussions around Irish unification. The Good Friday Agreement was a central theme of his trip, and now there are calls for Ireland to join NATO as well. As per Western scholars, joining NATO could provide many benefits for the country. First and foremost, being a member of NATO would give Ireland access to the alliance's collective defense and security measures. This would provide an added layer of protection for the country and its citizens, particularly in an increasingly unstable global climate. Joining NATO would let the country participate in NATO's missions and contribute to global efforts to promote peace and stability. Furthermore, being a member of NATO would enhance Ireland's diplomatic relations with other member countries. Of course, there are potential downsides to NATO membership, including the possibility of being drawn into conflicts that Ireland may not have otherwise been involved in. But let's leave that aside and focus on unification, because for anyone, it may or may not matter. For the UK, it does. For many years, it has been widely acknowledged that Conservative MPs have been vocal in their opposition to the reunification of Ireland. They have actively advocated for the preservation of the union between Northern Ireland and Great Britain. However, if Northern Ireland were to secede from the UK and unify with the Republic of Ireland, it could have a domino effect. Such an event could set a precedent for Scotland and Wales to follow suit and pursue their own independence. This could drastically change the political and economic landscape of the UK with far-reaching implications. The potential departure of Northern Ireland from the UK could trigger a seismic shift in the country's political structure, with implications that could reverberate for decades to come. The economy could crumble, and King Charles would have almost nothing left in his kingdom. A new development in Europe has sparked a dramatic turn of events, as some speculate that the UK is being deceived by the US. While the US and UK stand together to support Ukraine, rumors suggest that the US may be preparing to betray the UK. PM Sunak must take note of this situation, as it could potentially result in one of the biggest betrayals of all time by President Biden. The current alliance between the US and UK may be in jeopardy, and the political implications could be significant.